Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. And we're going to stay in mid-Michigan right now. Van Martin's going to join us, the president and CEO of Martin Commercial Properties. And Van, we always depend on you for a lot of important stuff. Can you walk us through some of the key trends or findings in your latest market insights report?
Absolutely. So just a little bit of an overview what's going on. Really, this is would be relative to the mid-Michigan area. Much of this is consistent what's going on across the state as well as nationally. On the retail front, the retail activity really continues to show strong vibrancy as vacancy rates drop to their lowest level since 2018. We've also seen a trend in the regional malls shedding their major vacancies. Everybody thought pre-COVID that, the death of the malls were on their way, and it just simply hasn't been the case. You see an uptick in kind of multi-purpose destination type of occupiers, more in the entertainment sector. And so, really the retail traffic in the malls has increased. Specifically, we're standing at about a 14% vacancy. We're seeing positive absorption growth of about 180,000 square feet, which is up about 2%. Rates have held strong. We see, really high rates on some of the smaller end cap stuff on some of the strips. Just for purposes of this, we survey about 10 million square feet of retail space in the mid-Michigan area. Moving on to the industrial market, this market sector remains quite strong as well, despite a slight uptick in vacancies that we've seen since the last report out. And this spike up in vacancy is just the result of 2 or 3 occupiers shedding a couple of larger spaces in the market, the largest being Save-A-Lot, which was over 300,000 square feet, which is a big occupier in our market in the north submarket. Rates are still up at historic highs, really because of the lack of solid, Class A type of space and the demand that continues to exist there. Moving on to the office, always a hot topic. What's going on there? As a result of the hybrid and the remote work, really, we've seen kind of a stagnation in terms of anything increasing. The vacancy currently here is at about 21% overall. Interestingly, in this particular niche group, we've seen an increase. I mean, we're at a 20-year high, right now. So if you go back, we saw a increase in the suburban market, which is up 42%, and we've seen an increase in the central business district submarket, which is up 92% in vacancy since pre-COVID. So quite a spike up there. Still a lot of headwinds in the office market going forward. So a tad bit of uncertainty going forward into 2024, specifically in the office side of it, as mortgages continue to expire and have to be refinanced, and people look at redoing their capital stack.
So Van, the insights and how do they compare with like prior quarters, prior years, and what's that telling us about the present marketplace?
Well, you got to look at each one of the asset groups, whether it's retail, industrial, or office. But office certainly, up significantly. As I said, with the highest mark in 20 years. Over the last 3 quarters, office has probably held relatively consistent. The retail vacancy, we've seen a drop in the vacancy over the last 3 reporting sessions that we have had. And again, the industrial, a slight uptick from the previous historic lows that we were looking at in terms of 3% vacancies in that particular asset group.
Dan, got about a minute left. You know, the last time that we talked, the state of the economy and the impact of commercial and or the impact that that had on commercial and real estate. Uncertainty was at the core of the conversation. Has that changed at all?
I don't think it has. I think there's still a lot of uncertainty in the market, specifically in the office sector. There are some niche groups that continue to remain strong. I mean, even within the office, if you go in and look at, look at the life sciences sector within office on a national basis, it's remained very strong, and they continue to see lease up of new product as there's demand in that particular sector. But yeah, it's just, there's a lot of mortgages that are going to be, coming up for renewal here in 2024. And as that occurs, it's going to continue to throw a wrench into the market. So the headwinds remain, and we'll see how it shakes out.
Well, we'll look forward to the next report, and thanks for bringing us your expertise as always. Van Martin, President and CEO of the Martin Commercial Properties located here in Lansing, Michigan. Thanks for being with us, bud. Appreciate it.
Chris, thank you. Have a great day.
Watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.